Grand rising, everyone. Woo! It is Wednesday,
Yay.
August the 6th. Ah, today is going to be an amazing day. I am really so excited about this week. I am excited about the book signing that's coming up. I'm hoping that
Yay.
everyone will come and join the book signing that will be August the 17th. It's getting closer and
It
closer.
is.
I'm getting so nervous.
How much are your books?
Um, I will tell you shortly.
Okay.
I'm still working that out on how much the books would be. However, the goal is to sell 100 books that day. And so I'm praising God that that will be the goal, that I'm able to
Okay.
sell 100 books on that particular day. Those who don't know, I had an opportunity to write a book, co-author a book with one of the original sharks on Shark Tank, Kevin Harrington. And it has really been an amazing journey, very interesting. And I will be talking a lot about that after the book signing. So the book signing is going to be at They Say downtown upstairs. It will be live entertainment. It is a book signing networking event. So it's going to be some movers and shakers in the house. This event's going to be there. It's going to be some movers and shakers in the house. So it'll be a great opportunity if you have a business, if you're doing something, bring your business cards. It's about collaboration, not competition. So,
Right.
um, bring good vibes only. We're gonna have a really amazing time. Natural Living by Design is gonna pop up and show out
All
and
right. All right.
share a lot of the health and wellness products. We'll have a violinist that will be there. There also second half will be a saxophonist. There will be some great food there for you to eat. The
Wow.
sister is not paying for the food, but it's available if you want to eat and enjoy the live entertainment. So let's get that clear. I don't want you. She ain't serving no food. Yes, food will be served. I'm just not paying for
Right.
it.
You get to choose.
Yes. Okay.
Everybody get to
Um,
choose.
And what day is this again?
this is August the 17th on a Sunday from 3 to 7. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really nice. It's gonna be epic. Okay.
All
A
right.
book signing like no other book signing. So I'm very, very excited about that. You know what else I'm excited about? We had a challenge last week. We had a challenge for people to make an audacious move for their life. My mentor has been talking for I think the last month, the last couple of months, about us making audacious moves, moves that are bold, moves you ain't even got no business doing, but you're doing it anyway. So we had a challenge to make an audacious move. Last week, we talked about passive income, part one. Today is part two. I'm excited about sharing the information regarding, part two of passive income. And there were some people who said, "Oh, I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for the challenge." So those who don't know, what was the challenge? So a lot of people think that it costs a lot of money to open up to start investing, to start getting passive income. And it does not. Okay. And some people just got a chance to see how easy it was. Okay. So opening up a brokerage account doesn't cost any money to do it, right? If you open up a bank account or credit union, they charge, maybe you got to open up with at least $50 or $100 or different things like that. And you don't have to do that with a brokerage account. So I'm excited to hear two people, at least two, can I get two people who took on that challenge? So is there anyone? Well, I did. I got to put somebody on the spot because I did find out yesterday that someone did take the challenge of opening up a brokerage account, and she did that. So, Deidre, sister Deidre.
Yes, yes.
Congratulations. We
Yay.
moving and shaking at the Grand Rise Elizabeth. We ain't playing with nobody. We ain't playing with nobody. We are growing. We are elevating. We are walking in our destiny. Okay.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
Sister Deetra.
Well, I want to first of all thank you for bringing this to my presence. An opportunity to do something like this, because I've heard it all, most of my adult life about investing in whatever. But you think, you cannot. I let me speak for myself. I just went slow into going into that realm. But I'm thankful to you for bringing it to my realm at this time in my life. I did make the steps to get on Charles Schwab, their account, get an account, a brokerage account. And I want to tell you, that was very easy. It was to the point, even talking to staff, they were very kind and generous, because it's a 24-hour situation where you can, if you need to call somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning, they'll be available. But when I did talk to someone, she took me through the steps slowly, because I was like, how do I do this? And it was very, very open. They were very kind, which was pleasant for me, because this was new. But I do have a brokerage account with Charles Schwab. Yay. I'm at the moment, I'm looking through different companies to invest in, because I do have money out there. I mean, I have money available to invest, but I'm just looking for the right company. But thank you once again, LaKeisha. Got me started.
Congratulations for making that audacious move. Okay. For
Yes.
yourself. You know, like I told you all, they were going to be nice. They're open 24/7,
Right.
right? So, congratulations. Is there anyone else that made an audacious move and opened up a brokerage account within 7 days? Anyone else would like to share? No one else? Okay. All right. Well, congratulations, Deidre, for making that audacious move for yourself, for opening up your brokerage account and start working on building your passive income. I'm so excited about your success.
Well,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you.
So we're going to go ahead and move forward. For those who know, my name is LaKeisha LaGrande, and I'm known as Madam Finance. And I love to start the show off with a millionaire or billionaire success story, right? So today's success story is, before he became a billionaire with a net worth of 2.3 billion, Charles Munger lived a life that would have broken most men. Born in 1924 in a modest Midwest town, Omaha, Nebraska, Munger's life began far from the financial empires of Wall Street. He worked at a local grocery store owned by Warren Buffett's grandfather, earning just a couple of cents above minimum wage. There was no silver spoon, no trust fund, and no handouts. His early adulthood was a series of heart-wrenching trials. A marriage that ended in divorce. That was rare and stigmatized event in his area. Left him nearly penniless. His beloved son Teddy was diagnosed with leukemia, and Charlie paid every medical bill out of his pocket, bearing the weight of financial ruin for a chance to save his child. Teddy died at the age of 9. What a tender age. A loss that shook him to the core. Later, he suffered a botched cataract surgery, resulting in the removal of his left eye. Any one of these tragedies could have been enough to destroy someone's spirit, and yet Charlie Munger rose. How did he do it? Instead of collapsing under the weight of grief and loss, Munger chose discipline over despair. He studied relentlessly, read thousands of books, and sharpened his mind with the philosophy of mental models, a framework that would eventually guide some of the most legendary investment decisions in history. He became vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway and the and the strategic genius behind Warren Buffett's shift from buying cheap companies to acquiring great businesses at fair prices, a move that created trillions in the market value. What were some of the lessons that I learned for this is that sometimes we have to turn pain into power. Your hardships can become the fuel of your legacy. Guard your mind. It's important that we guard our mind. Munger believed your brain is the best asset, so we need to continue to read, continue to learn, and think for ourselves. Live below your means, invest wisely, and play the long game. We talked about last week about um, we're not dealing with a quick get rich anything. We're talking about wealth building, actually building wealth for our future. And typically you buy and hold, okay? Because we're dealing with wealth building. So build wealth with integrity and not with your ego. So I love millionaire and billionaire success stories because success stories, they leave clues. They leave clues. They leave clues. And I love it. I love it. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna get started. We don't have any questions. Um, Today is gonna be a carry on from passive income of last week. So those who have missed it, I'm gonna do a small recap. I really highly recommend that you go back and see the replay of the passive income. Also, we're going through a whole series. I'm probably going to be teaching for the next additional 4 weeks without having guests. And we talked about REITs, which is real estate investment trust, how to be a landlord without worrying about toilets and can reap the benefits of being in the commercial game. We talked about ETFs, exchange traded funds, 101, all for beginners. So I highly recommend you can go to madamfinance.com, Grand Rising Elizabeth, also to get the replays. Okay. So let's get the party started. Let's get the party started. Okay. Open the I'm so excited for you, Deidre, for making that audacious and bold move for your future.
Well, thank you, thank you. I thank you. This is gonna be a nice roller coaster ride. It's gonna ride up and down, and I'm gonna stay on the ride, right? That's
It's
the way it
gonna
goes,
be
right?
amazing, okay? And we all can do it. Okay, so I need the power. Do I got the power?
Yeah, I thought you thought we did that. But now we have multiple presenters can share. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Okay, I'm good now.
Yeah.
I got the power. All
Yeah.
right. Hey.
Mhm.
Okay. Share. Can everyone see my screen?
It's coming up. Yep, we're there you are.
Okay. All right, so you can see my screen, everyone, right?
Right.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for showing up for yourself, for getting this free information that is life changing. Okay. A lot of us, I'm running into a lot of people, and the reason why I am doing a series because I no longer, it's not productive for me to continue to do one-on-ones and helping people open up brokerage accounts. A lot of people want to change their financial situation. People want to do something different. They know that it's up to them. And so this is the best way to utilize Grand Rising Elizabeth to actually teach on passive income. Okay. Um, this is a passion of mine. So many people, they're working their businesses, they're doing things and making money. So what are you going to do with your money? A lot of times people don't know what to do. We're working hard. We're out here, we're doing pop-ups, we're running our business. But then when you get your money, what are you doing with it? And so we need to know what to do with our money, especially the African American community. We have to change our, our children, our children's children, your nieces, your nephews. They all need to see more success stories. They all need to see somebody to guide them through the steps on having a very successful financial future. And so I'm going to be doing everything in my power to teach you everything that I know to be able to change your financial situation. Okay. So today it's a continuation. We're talking about wealth building. We're talking about investments, and this is part 2. Passive income one-on-one for beginners by moi, Madam Finance. Before we get started, let's get some ground rules and some expectations of what we're going to receive today. I would love for us, let's keep the energy positive, good vibes only. This is not a quick get rich class. It's a wealth building class. I'm not a day trader. I don't do options. I would not invest for you. I would not tell you what to invest in. I will share maybe some of the investments that I have, what I'm doing. I will show you some live examples, of different companies, that's current, real companies. And this is educational session. I'm not a financial planner. I'm just an investor and an educator. Sorry about that. And all I ask, if you are able to get any value out of today, I'm not charging. I want to earn my follows, okay? If you were able to learn anything from today, get some knowledge, please, all I'm asking, if you can you please follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and help a sister out, okay? Because I'm 58 years old, right? And trying to keep up with social media is kind of challenging. So I need your help. I need your help. Okay, so please, I really would appreciate it if you can follow me. I want you to be prepared to learn. This is a 2-part series. Today is part 2. I need you to be 100% present for this, okay? And take good notes. Grab your notebook, grab your pen or your paper. Invite someone you care about to our Wealth Building Wednesday show because it's going to be a continue on, and it's good if we can learn and work on our financial education together as a family, as a unit. And I ask that you please stay to the end. Got to get this out the way because this is being recorded. It's going out there to the internet. We're talking about finance. We're talking about money. So I have to do an important disclosure to let you know again that I am not a financial planner. This is for educational purposes only. I am not telling you what I'm going to show you to invest in these particular companies. Please do your homework. Please do your research. Um, Contact a financial planner, advisor, before you make any investments, okay? So those who may not know, I'm just gonna, if it's okay with y'all, can I just please tell you just a little bit about me? Because what I need you to trust me and know and trust me. I need you to know that I'm not just telling you anything, right? And so I want to tell you a little bit about my background. I am an ex-banker, okay, with JP Morgan Chase. I'm a former Series 6 and 63 license holder. I have a bachelor's of science in finance, and I have my MBA in business administration. I have 20 plus years in the financial industry. I'm a licensed insurance agent for over 15 plus years. I am an investor and I specialize in passive income, REITs, ETFs, dividend stocks, and brokerage accounts. I'm a recent co-owner for building for a book called Building Wealth and Building Legacy with Kevin Harrington, one of the original sharks on Shark Tank. I currently own a book of business of over 1,000 plus customers, and I help them on all different type of services. I'm a co-owner of Natural Living by Design, which is a health and wellness company, and I know how important it is. If you're not working for someone, how important it is for you to work on your retirement. Because if you're not going to do it, who else is going to do it? Okay. And it's so very important that we do things differently when you are not working a 9 to 5 job. So we have mastered the art of spending. Everybody know how to spend money. Everybody, we so good at spending money. Every time we get our paycheck, our check or income, we're spending it. Every time you spend your money, you are helping making somebody else wealthy. Every time. When you buy that brush, a family own that brush. A family own that brush. When you go and buying cereal, when you go into the grocery store, there are families that own those businesses and you're making them wealthy. There is nothing wrong with making other people wealthy. But while you're spending money and making other people wealthy, can you make your own self wealthy too at the same time? We no longer can just spend money on making other people wealthy and not making our own self wealthy. So now that we have the art of spending, now we need to master the art of ownership. We have to master the art of ownership. True wealth. Last week we talked about true wealth. Where does true wealth come from? True wealth comes from businesses. No other way around. True wealth only comes through business. Either you're going to own your own business or you're going to own a part of somebody else's business. Business is what makes America go around. So I want to applaud you all today for showing up today. Because today you have made the first step to achieving your goal of passive income, wealth building strategies. Okay? So I applaud you all for showing up today to get this information. So let's talk about it. We're going to recap a little bit for those who have missed last week. What is passive income? Passive income is money you earn without having to work for it every day. It's income that keeps coming in even when you're not actively working. I don't know about y'all, but I love passive income. I love having money coming in I don't have to work for. I love residual income. Okay? Money that you work one time and then it keeps coming. I love residual income. I love passive income. And you stick in here, you're going to love it too. What can passive income look like, ladies and gentlemen? What can it look like? So imagine this, that you're getting paid while you own and relaxing on a Caribbean island, maybe a cruise ship, or on a 30-day vacation, like 30 days on a vacation. Maybe volunteering at an organization that is important to you, a nonprofit, and you can work it and do it anytime you want. How about playing around on the golf course that you always wanted to play on? You're able to do that anytime you feel like it. No meetings to attend, no overdue bills, just no care in the world, no stress. You can get paid to relax and spend time to do what you want. Ladies and gentlemen, this is achievable, believe it or not. This is achievable. It's achievable because you have built a dividend portfolio that pays you. So I had a discussion last week with someone. We was talking about passive income and residual income. And they're not the same thing. They're similar, but they're not the same thing. So I think it's important that we just break down what's passive income and residual income. They both are good. I love both scenarios, right? But the definition of residual income is that it's income that continues to be earned after the initial effort has been completed, but it usually refers to income that declines over time unless new effort is made. So let's say, for example, I'm a life insurance agent, right? And I do receive residual income. I do fire insurance. I sell fire insurance to people, renters insurance to people, right? And I get residual income. So most of my clients have been with me 20 plus years, 15 years, 10 years, and eventually that residual income over time goes away. So in order for me to continue to get the residual income, I have to keep producing and writing more business to replace the residual income that I no longer have. So examples of that of residual income would be like royalties from a music track or TV show, commission based off of sales. We just talked about insurance, some subscriptions, MLM, network and marketing income, and affiliate marketing. Residual income is often time limited or dependent on continued performance, keeping client retention, and maybe require occasional upkeep like I have to do. Okay. Passive income. Passive income is money earned with little to no daily effort once the initial work or investment has been made. Examples of passive income would be rental income from real estate. We have a lot of people who are in the real estate game, and so they're getting passive income. Dividend income from stocks, which is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. Income from a book or online course you created is passive income. Business income where others do the work. So your employees, like right now, when we start our businesses, right now, all we've done was just bought ourselves a job at the beginning. You just bought yourself a job, okay? And the goal should be to work your business, okay? You can't grow your business working in your business. But when you're at the beginning stages of your business, sometimes you just don't have no choice. The goal is to eventually hire employees so that you can step away, go on vacation, go to the Caribbean, and your business is able to function without you even being there, okay? That's when you begin getting passive income. And then you can step back, and your job is to grow your business. It's challenging to grow your business while you also working within your business. So that is a goal that we want to eventually do, to grow out of your business, your employees. You have a system in place. So once you have the system in place, you can receive your passive income for years to come. You may need to do some work up front, like investing your money, put in a little time and effort. But once it's set up, the income just keeps flowing and flowing without active participation. What's a dividend? A dividend is a sum of money that a company pays its share owners, paying you for owning shares in the company. What they're basically is saying, they're making so much money, they can't spend it all. So what they're willing to do is to pay you for your support on a regular basis. Every 30 days, you can get dividends for every 30 days or quarterly. Y'all like dividends? I like dividends. I like dividends. Why I love dividend stocks. Let me tell you why I love dividend stocks. Because it's lucrative and uncomplicated. I love lucrative. Y'all love lucrative? If anybody look, can I hear you say lucrative? I can't see y'all. Can I hear you? Somebody say lucrative. Can I hear somebody say lucrative?
Lucrative.
Lucrative.
Okay,
Lucrative.
okay. I love
Lucrative.
things that are lucrative.
Lucrative.
There you go, Karen. Uncomplicated. I don't like complicated. Do y'all like stuff that's uncomplicated? I love things that is uncomplicated. So it's lucrative and uncomplicated. It's an easy investment strategy to learn and use. You get paid by top companies without doing any work. And you get checks coming in quarterly and monthly. Yeah, I like getting money in quarterly and monthly. I even like getting daily, okay? I'm gonna get some daily money coming in too. But I settle for monthly and quarterly. DRIP, dividend reinvestment plan. We talked a little bit about it, but I didn't actually go in depth. When you open up your brokerage account, we're talking long-term wealth building. So we're not getting these amazing stocks and then selling them. Nope, we're buying and holding like a lot of the wealth builders and experts like Warren Buffett and other individuals. So what you're going to do is, so that you start investing, you don't want to initially take out the dividends that you're getting paid. You want to set it automatically to reinvest and buy more dividends. So as you get paid every monthly or quarterly, depending on the company that you decide to own, be part owner of, you have it set to where, nope, don't pay me the dividends, just take it and automatically reinvest it. And you don't even have to worry about it. You don't even have to think about it. And it's great for beginners to focus on that and grow, and grow your portfolio. It helps build your portfolio over time, and you get a chance to benefit from compounding interest. So I thought I would bring this screen back up that I showed last week, because I think this probably scared a few people. We looking at these large numbers. And so I just want to touch on this right now. So this is Verizon. I like Verizon. Verizon pays dividends. In fact, Verizon has paid $5.7 billion in dividends during the first half of 2025. Okay? These companies are paying its investors dividends quarterly. Why not pay? Why not you get paid as well? So we talked about, one of the young ladies was like, I need to kind of figure out, how do you calculate? How do you know how many shares to buy? So we're going to talk a little bit about this. And I didn't want this to scare you, okay? So I have shared a lot of companies. There are a lot of companies where the stocks is under $100, okay? Most people think it costs a lot of money to invest, and it does not, ladies and gentlemen. It does not. There are a ton and hundreds of companies that their stock is under $100. So this is one of them. This is Verizon. And let's just say we're talking like 10, we're talking about buying and holding. We're talking about holding these stocks for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, for some of us, 30 years. The more time you have, woo, baby, you can become wealthy. If my son, he's 27, my other son is 29. If they do what I tell them to do and they are invested on a consistent basis for 30 years, they'll be like they'll be around my age. I'm 58. They can be multimillionaires just by taking a little bit of their money that they own right now and invest it. They don't have to put a whole lot of money. $50 could go a long way a month, okay, for them, and not touching it. We're talking about wealth building. We're talking about thinking about your retirement. We're talking about leaving a legacy to your children and your children's children by doing this, okay? So let's just say over 30 years, 20 years, 10 years. It doesn't really matter. Some people may have enough that they can buy 10,000 shares today, tomorrow. But a lot of people are not in that particular position, okay? So it takes time. So we're saying if you purchase 10,000 shares of Verizon, right? This is the ticker sign for Verizon right here. Not this right here. This is Pfizer. This is the ticker sign for Verizon. The stock is $43.08. And over 30 years, 20 years, you managed to purchase $10,000 of shares of Verizon. That means 4308 times 10,000. I mean, you would have spent over a course of time 430,800. Some people like, oh, I don't know. I know the ego was kicking in. Like, I ain't never did. I don't think I could do that. I don't know. So I want to break it down just a little bit more on the next screen. But let's just say 10,000 in 10, 20, 30 years, however long it takes. The dividend yield is 6.3%. The annual dividend, they're getting paid $27,140 every year for the rest of your life. Not only for the rest of your life, God forbid, now your children can get this for the rest of their life. And guess what? It's going to continue to grow and get higher and higher and higher. Because guess what? You have it set that it's not just giving them the money. You're going to still have reinvesting. We're talking about serious wealth building. 27,100 you can have every year without doing anything. You can count on it. Quarterly, that means you can count on getting $6,785 every 3 months. How cool is that? For the rest of your life, that's 6,007 I can depend on. That's monthly income of $2,261 monthly when you break it down. Is this not worth it to build? If you are not too late, you can do it. You got to start somewhere. The Bible says, despise not small beginning. You don't know. You got to give God something to bless. Open up your brokerage account that costs $0. $0. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. You know how to open up a bank. I know everybody on here that opened up a bank account before. It's no difference than open up a brokerage account. It's even better. You don't even have to cost no money to open it up. But when you open up a credit union, when you open up a bank, it costs money. And then they have all of these fees, okay? I just want to throw this phone. I can't cut, it won't cut off. All right, so here we go. So I just thought that we'll just break this down and do baby steps, okay? Okay, we're not going, some people like, oh my God, 400, I don't know how I could barely have extra money. I just can't see it. Okay, well, let's start with some baby steps, okay? We're gonna do a little case study today. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me?
We with you.
All right. So we're talking about Verizon, right? The cell phone company, right? So, Verizon's kind of like top notch out there when it comes to telecommunications, when it comes to the phone service, So your bill is like $70 a month, right? So let's see, how many shares of stocks do I need to buy so I don't have no cell phone bill no more? How about that? Okay, can we do a little bit of that and eliminate some bills? You know what I'm saying? That 430,000 might have been a little bit, might would have scared a few people, but okay, we're going to do baby steps. The Bible says despise not small beginnings. So let's just eliminate some bills, okay? So you don't no longer have to pay your Verizon, your T-Mobile, whatever cell phone service you have. Let's eliminate that bill. So you getting it for free. So it's $70 a month, your phone bill. $70 times 12, meaning that you're spending $840 a year on your Verizon cell phone bill. Now, Verizon pays dividends. They pay $2.66 a share, meaning more shares you own. Don't seem like it's a lot, but baby, excuse me, you see how many more shares you buy? You 10,000 shares, 5,000 shares, 20,000 shares. Oh, baby, it add up. So $2.60 a share. Okay. So now you're getting paid a year. So now how much do I need to make? I need to get $840 a year. So you divide that, $840 by $2.60 share. So that means you need to only get 316 shares so that you don't have a cell phone bill no more. You can do this, pay your cell phone bill. How cool is that? Okay. That's game changer. That's life changing. So now we're gonna do a little stock math. Okay. I should have told y'all to take a picture of the last screen. Make sure you take a picture, or you might want to take a picture of the screen so you would know how to calculate when we're not talking about this. Just don't work for your Verizon. What about your AT&T? What about your DTE? What about a lot of things that you purchase on a regular basis? How much do I need to buy of this company so it's free? Now you got extra income. Now you ain't paying your Verizon no more. Now you got more money to have more time to do what you want to do with, right? Okay, so the goal is to make your payment disappear. Free service and turn your bill into a dividend stream. I want you to change your mindset from consumer to owner. It's okay to buy, to buy and make other people wealthy. Every time you spend your money, you're making somebody else wealthy. You paying Verizon, you making somebody else wealthy. And guess what? Every time you are spending your Verizon bill, don't you know they taking your money and they're paying investors? Why not them pay you too? Every time you pay your bill, they're taking some of that money and they paying the investors. You need to be on that game too. It's all about ownership, baby. What do you own? What do you own? What I say, true wealth only comes through business. Okay. So guess what? You don't want to own your own business. That's fine. But can you own somebody else's business? Because that's where true wealth comes from. It doesn't come from working for somebody, ladies and gentlemen. We have to think about our retirement. We have to think about our future. So let's just break this down just a little bit. I want to make sure I get so excited when it comes to investing and knowing what passive income can do for you. So you need 316 shares over time. So that means you'll be spent $11,060 over time. We have worked, we received money throughout our life. You have came to made more than 11,000. But wouldn't this be worth it? For the rest of your life, you ain't have to pay your cell phone bill no more. For the rest of your life. Now, what's the next bill? We knocked that one out. Now, what's the next bill? What's the next one that you can work to where that is free?
Xfinity.
Okay, Xfinity. Bam, there you go. So you go through the same process. The math is not that bad. It's not that hard. But take a slide and do step by step and put it in the same category, and you'll be able to do it for yourself. You can do this, ladies and gentlemen. Warren Buffett, he's one of my mentors, has been one of my mentors for a very long time. Do you know I love studying millionaires and billionaires? They don't have to actually know you for them to be your mentor. You know how many books I done read, how many times I done listened to him, how many times I listened to his strategies and what he like to do? This man is out cold. Warren Buffett says, someone sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago.
Hmm.
Did you hear that? That means that lady that I told you about that came into the bank and she was talking about sugar daddy. My dividends is my sugar daddy. My dividends pay all my bills. I said, whoop, she got me. She opened my, you talking about ding, 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 ding. I said, okay, I want to be like her. I want to be like her because we shouldn't be dependent on nobody. No man anyway. You're supposed to be independent, financially set, and be able to take care of yourself. Quit looking for a sugar daddy. Quit looking for a sponsor. Have your own money. And whatever they do, that's extra. Okay? That's a bonus. But you do not want to depend on somebody else to make sure that you live the life that you want to live. So that means if you start investing now, the time is now. So that later on in the future, you'll be able to have passive income and start building wealth. So overall, there's no better time to start thinking about this path than now. Again, a tree takes time to grow. This is what we're doing. This is not no quick get rich. We are building wealth. This is how people build wealth. This is how Warren Buffett and so many other people has built wealth through passive income. So let's start early. Let's be patient and let your money grow. I've never forgot this rule, okay? He's known for this. Rule number 1 is never lose money. Rule number 2 is never forget rule number 1.
All right.
He's known for this. It's his golden rule. And I've always remember that, right? So even like right now, you really don't need to concentrate on a whole lot of stocks. You don't need to have a whole lot of stocks. Like right now, my portfolio is a little bit too busy and I am waning, weaning it down, right? Because I don't need everything. I just need a couple of REITs. We talked about that, a couple of ETFs, some dividends. You don't need a whole lot of stock. You can just concentrate maybe on 5 or less, depending on what you want to do, because you can name your accounts different things. This is my retirement portfolio. This is my emergency portfolio. This is my, you know, my investment portfolio. I mean, my vacation portfolio. Whatever you want to name your accounts, you can actually name your account so you don't get confused. I'm not touching. This is my retirement. This is my play account, and this is my whatever you want to do account. You can actually name them, right? So I always remember that, right? So right now I want to um, make my portfolio just a little bit, condense it, right? But some of my portfolio, some of my stocks are in the red. Some of them is like $1.20. I ain't selling that because you know what? He said never lose money. So I'm waiting patiently because eventually they're gonna go green again. I don't care if it's 50 cents. He said never lose no money. So as long as it's red and 50 cents, I ain't touching it until it go green. Then I sell it. Y'all get what I'm saying? So most of the time, like the stock market did a crash this year because of the tariffs and different things like that. So the stocks went down. This is the best time to buy. If you have some additional income, this is the best time to buy because we've been programmed and not thinking about it correctly, right? So when it's go down, you have to look at it. That's where that dollar cost averaging come in at. And look at this on sale. Oh my, just like that Gucci purse. Them you know, fancy things. Like, so you got the Gucci purse, the Gucci belt, whatever. This diamond ring or whatever you see, like, no, oh, that cost that. No, I'm gonna wait. It's too high. That Gucci purse, that's 800. I ain't finna spend $800 on it. Then it went down to 500. Then it went down, because you know the value of it. Then it went down. And then it finally went down to $100. I'm getting it went down to $100. It's on sale for $100. That's how you need to look at the stock market. When it go down, that's the time to buy. Buy it because guess what? Throughout history, because we're doing long term, eventually, guess what? It never failed. The market is going to go back up. It's going to go back up. It's going to go back up. And that's how you start building wealth. That's how you start becoming multi-millionaires. Okay? So I want you to just change your mindset. Don't sell. Most people sold. I remember my brother, father gave him a ton of money. He was big on money and investing in property, all of that. But he didn't teach him. So soon as the market, it's hard when you lost. I lost 30,000. I lost 50,000. Oh, take that money out. It's easy to, but that's the worst thing to do. Let it ride, just leave it alone because you're supposed to be thinking about your retirement. And eventually it did just that. It went on up. Even he had advisors told him, don't touch it. But because of the lack of knowledge and being young and having all that money, no, you take this before I lose 20 more thousand. Take it out right now. So he was at a serious, you done lost 30,000. Now you done took it out. And then what you do with it? Put it in your bank account. Then what you gonna do with it? You took all your money. Now what you gonna do with it? It's best to just leave it in there and let time do what it's gonna do. He regretted now. I'm saying you had investors, you had advisors. Why you didn't listen to them? They experts. If they say leave it in there. You didn't understand that. I hope I made that clear about changing the mindset and how you should look at it that it is on sale. Get it, because it's going to be going back up. the stock market took a hit in April. And because of tariffs and slowly but surely, I start buying some more stuff. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. My brother was just a prime example. But I can't blame him because my brother was in his 20s, his early 20s. His father didn't prepare him. My mother didn't know. I was young my own self, learning myself. So risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. That's why we have to share this information. You're building wealth. You have to share the information, teach your kids, and because a little bit of research can significantly reduce a lot of risk. So study, study, study. Never invest in a business you cannot understand. Never invest in a business. Can't keep listening to all these people on the internet. Buy this, buy this. You're going to be a millionaire if you buy this now. Ooh, you're going to be a millionaire. I'm telling you, do this. No. Warren Buffett called it FOMO. Fear of missing out. Greed. That's when we buy because, what if this the next best thing? I missed out because I didn't get it on Bitcoin when Bitcoin was, I didn't get it. Let me just go ahead and get it because you listen to somebody else. And because of fear of missing out, it compels people to get on the ride. And a lot of times you didn't do the research. He said the best chance to deploy capital is when things are going down. I just talked about that. When it's down, that's the time. Oh, shoot, it went on sale. That's why my mentor used to say, don't deplete your brokerage account. Like, always have some money in it for just in case something like that happened. Boom, you can jump on it right away. What? This stock was 200, it went down to 50. Buy. Because guess what? Over time, it's going to go back up. And, ooh, baby, you better hit a lick. Want to hit a lick? Hit a lick. I want y'all to know that you can start building passive income today. When you invest in things like dividend-paying stocks, REITs, ETFs, they can pay you money while you sleep. This is called passive income. Again, you don't have to work for it every day like a job. The stock market might pay you every 3 months just for owning it. It's easy to get started. All you need, you have $5. That's all you need is $5 to invest. Because they have something called slices, partial shares. You can purchase partial shares. There's no perfect time than right now. You can't time the market. Get in it right now. Don't wait. Make today that you start. Consistency builds kingdoms. Invest regularly, even with small amounts. Dollar cost averaging lowers your risk, and wealth is built with discipline, not luck. We're going to focus on quality companies. We talked about dividend kings and aristocrats. Those who missed last week's show, please, you will be able to understand dividend kings and aristocrats. I broke it down on how to get reliable products and services, companies that are with strong financials, long-term dividend investors like Coca-Cola, P&G, Johnson & Johnson, McDonald's, Walmart, Lowe's, and so many more. How do I even begin? Matter of finance, how do I do it? By going to a brokerage account. My favorites is Charles Schwab and Fidelity. I commend those who took the audacious challenge and was able to open up their Charles Schwab or their brokerage account in 7 days or less. Oh, I'm going back. Oh, I'm going backwards. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I went over time. It is 10:02. I want to put that challenge out again to open up your brokerage account by next Wednesday. Make your first small investment if you can. If not, if you just did step one, that is okay with me. And tag me if you can. Be like, girl, audacious move. I made my audacious move. The reality of it all is if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep and get passive income or residual income, you will work until you die or possibly end up living in poverty because inflation's and you're going to eventually be making less and less and less and less and less. So we have to set ourselves up. Can't nobody do it but you. So let's stay in touch. I hope this information was very helpful to you on why you need to start thinking about passive income and what it can do for you. Please, I ask that if you were able to learn something today, to please follow Ask Madam Finance. A sister is working hard to give you good tips, to give you companies that you can invest in, the research, because I'm all in. Okay, I need y'all to be all in. And before we leave and I let you go, I say you can do this. You can do this. Can I get somebody can say I can do this? Can I get somebody I can do this?
I
I
can do
can
this.
do this.
Do this.
Okay,
Yes.
you can do this.
I'm gonna go further.
Okay. Oh, you gonna go further?
I will do this.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I will do this. Me too.
I will
I
do
will.
this.
I just want to congratulate you all for hanging on in there. I know I went over a little bit, but this is some serious information. I'm not charging for this information. This is life changing information. This is just the surface. This is for beginners, but we're going to continue to grow and learn. And because it's not going to always be for free, it's not. But while it is, y'all work with me. Y'all kind of guiding me through
Yeah.
this journey because I no longer can do one-on-ones. This is the best way. So come on, chime in. This recording will be available later today. I will post it on Facebook and Instagram so you can go ahead and grab it. So with that being said, I don't have time to ask for questions. Maybe next week we'll go ahead and ask for questions before we even get started to find out where you are and different things like that. But let's end this show with a hug. Hug yourself. Because so many times, especially ladies and gentlemen, we always working and helping everybody else that we sometimes don't show ourselves love and grace. So let's hug yourself, give yourself some love and some grace. And let's hug the world because the world needs a hug too. And let's sprinkle love and light to those that are in authority because the Bible says, somebody said, I made an audacious move. Woo! Okay, Yvette Fox said she opened up her brokerage account. Woo! Girl, come on so you can talk about it tomorrow so everybody can know how easy it is. It's not hard. It's not hard.
Yeah, and I did mine online. So
Okay. She did hers online. Come on now. Come on. They open 24/7. Charles Schwab of Fidelity is what I recommend right now going forward because we're going to talk about why I choose those. And so, yes, ma'am.
I just want to ask this question: does it make a difference if um going through? Do you get credit if we go through your?
No, I
That's
don't get
not
any
okay. Then
credit or
okay.
anything like. I should. As many people I done had open up a
yeah,
brokerage
you
account
should.
for Fidelity. I need to find out if they got an affiliate
You
program.
need to find out.
As
Yeah.
many people as I have sent over there. But congratulations to you all. I love you and look for the replays. Send it to your family members. Send it. It's only 1 hour. and share the information because they need to know.
Yeah.
Let's change. People are waiting on you to get your finances together. We cannot help people if we don't have no money. Okay, how you really? Okay, praying is good, but I remember some scripture in the Bible said, "Why did you
Why didn't you give them something to
get some
eat?
food? Give them something to eat. Why did you?" Okay,
Yeah.
so in order to make a difference, we're blessed to be a blessing. So I commend you. You get the applause. I thank you. And let's get that wealth building. Let's get that passive income. Let's start this wealth building journey so we can leave a legacy to our children and our children's children. And with that being said, peace.
Peace.
All right. All right.
Okay.